So again, a scatter plot is a set of points all scattered, where a graph of a line is all together. So these boxes here represent a scatter plot, where the line represents a graph. All right, today we're going to look at some vocabulary. I typed out the definition of regression for you. A correlation coefficient is the R value given to us by the graphing calculator. We got it on Monday. Were you not here on Monday? Actually, no, we got it last week. Extras would be over on the windowsill by Colton. All right. We're good with the definitions, or we need a few more minutes? All right, so let's talk about new data. So on our calculators, we have the set of data we're going to enter. So what you want to do is we are going to enter this data into our graphing calculators. So go ahead and take out your graphing calculator. Okay, just set it back in that number and grab a different one. I don't have any batteries or anything to fix them. Guys, that does not mean you talk just because I'm helping a student. All right, so on the graphing calculator, turn it on. You should see a flashing box. Hit clear. We are entering our data now. So you want to hit stat. That's the key right here below delete. So go ahead and hit stat. We are going to edit the data. So you're going to hit enter on Edit. If you have data in your calculator, you can either delete each data point individually. Never hit delete when it's at the top though. If you want to clear all data, you can hit clear when it's highlighting the list. Hit clear and then hit enter. So if you want to clear all data, highlight the list, hit clear here, and then enter. Your calculator should look like mine. You should have a blank set of lists. It needs to have L1, L2, and L3. If it does not have L1, L2, L3, or you cannot figure out how to empty your list, you need to speak up now. Should help with the glare on mine and you see yours. What? Yours is what? Are you in a list? Yeah. Okay, go all the way to the top, highlight the L1 or L2 and hit clear and enter. Yes. All right, in L1, type in the years. The top row is always list 1. So you're going to do 1970, enter. 1980, enter. 85, enter. 1990, enter. And so on. Then you have to factory reset your calculator. So you need to hit the second key and the plus sign. You need to go down to reset, which is 7. You need to go to, you hit enter on 7, yes. Go to all RAM and reset.
Alright, I'm good now.
Ladies and gentlemen, type in your data. So you type in 1970, then in L2, we're going to type in the income. Clean your hands. You just blew your nose. Okay. Because then you're going to touch our calculators. Ugh. The stuff by my door is not bad. That stuff's bad. Okay. Once all of your data is entered, we're going to move on to the next step. Anybody's data not entered? Come on, slow folks. If your data is entered, go back and recheck it. Make sure you did not mistype a number. Any mistyped number will transform your data. Make sure everything matches, like O2 matches the 51680. 2,000 matches the 50,732, and so on. Okay, turn around. Hit stat again, because now is when we have to follow the steps, which are typed on the handout to the next page in your packet for you. So again, if you have trouble following along, they are on the next page in your packet. You're going to hit stat again. You're going to arrow to the right. So you're going to arrow to the right to calc. And then you are going down to option 4 for linear regression. You are hitting enter. Now on your screens, they won't look like this because this one's newer. You're just going to hit enter again. If you have one of these newer calculators, you have to go to calculate and hit enter. Your answers should be this. If you do not have that, you've typed your data incorrectly. If you have values after that, then that is great. Your calculator is set up. If you do not have values after that, you are not so great. Your calculator is not set up. So if you have an R, listen. If you have an R and an R squared, I want you to ignore the steps I'm taking now. If you have an R and an R squared on your calculator, hands off, don't touch buttons. If you do not, like Micah and myself, because we had to reset our calculators, and anybody else, you need to follow the next step. So, if you do not, you need to hit the word second. You need to hit catalog, which is number 0. You should see a whole bunch of words that start with A. You got to arrow all the way down to the D's. Now you want to go to diagnostic and you want to hit enter at on. Then you should hit enter and it should say diagnostic on and done. If you had to follow those steps, you're going to hit second enter. So second in the enter key, second in the enter key. So the linear regression comes up. You're going to hit enter again. Now everybody should be happy and we should have an A, a B, an R squared, and an R. If you do not have those values, raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Second, enter, and then enter one more time, and now you should be on that screen. We good? Fantastic. Everybody has that on their screen right now. Okay. Go back to your notes. fill in the following answers. So the equation of our line is 1,349.87x minus 2,650,748 because A is slope and B is y-intercept. Yeah, you do. No, you just have to have 3. In this case, I even only wrote 2. But a standard 3 is always safe. Okay, the number down below came from plugging in 2015 for X. Because X represents years. So it says use the equation to predict the income in 2015. So what you needed to do was go back to your graphing calculator, type 1349.87. If you just start typing, it clears it for you. It will be fine, I promise. Times, yeah, I've been teaching this class for long enough, I'm sure. Times 2015 minus 2650748. And you should get a value. Again, it might be off slightly because we changed how we rounded. All right, so let's look at another set of data and do all these steps again to ensure that you know how to do this when you practice on your own. And again, I know you don't all own graphing calculators. The beauty of technology today is there are numerous free apps for all devices to obtain a calculator. Yes. No, not till I'm done teaching. Okay, the table shows the percent of sales. Go ahead and hit Stat. Edit. Remember, if you want to clear the list but not delete it, you highlight and hit Clear and Enter. Highlight, hit Clear and Enter. You can also type right on top of them if need be. Now let's enter in our data. Okay, everybody good? Okay, let's hit Stat. Arrow to Calc. Go down to 4. And then on your screens, you hit Enter. If you have the newer one, you hit Calculate. And did we get that data? If your data is rounding, you can go to Mode and change it to float instead of at a certain decimal. One decimal, no. You need at least 3. Like on your quiz, on your quiz or test coming up, you need 3. So if you want to round it, you can round it to 3, but not less. Fix your mask. Mode. You. Yes. Second, quit. Okay. The R value is like the R value we talked about at the beginning of the notes. A negative tells me my data is negatively related. The closer the number is to 1, the stronger. So this is a strong negative. Xavier, you can go to the bathroom. Hello, Miss McBride. Hey. Okay, the last thing it asks is about the year 2014. So again, you have to take your data and plug in 2014. So it'd be negative 2.39 times 2014 plus 4823. Oops. Okay. So your homework is on the next page. You're looking at the same 4 problems we looked at prior to this week, and you did them by hand. Now you're doing them on the calculator so that you can compare the 2. So again, you are looking at the